Thank you so much for coming to today's video. My name is Camila and today I have a follow-up to my previous video that has blown up, which is my how to return items to Shein video. Now, after I posted that video, I started to receive a lot of comments from people asking a lot of questions that I hadn't properly addressed in that video. So today I'm going to properly address them, but if you haven't actually seen the other video where I go in depth into how to return items to Shein, I would highly recommend that you watch that one before even watching this one. I will leave it linked down below, or you can click on the card right up here and go for it. If you have any other questions, then you can definitely hop back onto here and hopefully I have them answered for you. I don't know the answer to everybody's question, but I'm doing my hardest to try to help you guys out. Now, I have all of the questions on my laptop over here. I took screenshots of them and they will be listed on the bottom over here. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So the first question comes from It's Flow. It says, thank you for this. Do I have to pay anything when I go and return it? It's my first time returning something from their website. You don't have to pay anything when it's your first return. However, once you go and do a second return or a third return, they do take $7.99 off of your refund because that's what they use to pay for the shipping label. The shipping label does come prepaid for, so once you take it to the post office, you could just drop it in that bin that they have for you to send things out with prepaid labels. But as I said before, if it isn't your first time returning to Shein and it is your second, third, or fourth time, then you will have to eventually pay for the label, but it will come out of your refund. The second question comes from Stephanie Buckley. She said, my return button isn't there. I've tried several times. Any idea of what to do? I personally don't have any idea of what to do when it comes to that situation, so I've been telling everybody who has that problem to get in contact with Shein so that they can help these people fix that problem. It might be just a glitch in the system, either that or it's too late to return their items. However, a lot of people have said that they had just recently gotten their items like a week ago, so there's no reason for them to not have received that return item button. I personally don't know the answer to this besides contact Shein. Everything's Taylor asks, how long does it usually take for you to receive the credit back, and can I get like store credit instead? You can get store credit instead. They do have that option. I think it's called My Shein Wallet, and then they just send your refund to that. I personally have never done that. I like it being sent back to my bank account. However, I have noticed that when it does go back to my bank account, it takes about a week or 2 weeks for them to send the refund back after they've received the package. So it takes them about a week to receive the package if you live in the US. Then after that, it might take a week after they've received the package or 2 weeks from then before you receive your refund. I'm so sorry for the next one. I don't know how to pronounce this name, but how long does it take for Shein to email you the shipping label? So for me, I get it in like a second, like maybe a millisecond. It comes to my mailbox super fast. If you haven't received your shipping label, I say check your spam box, check your trash. It's not supposed to end up in there, but if on accident you put it in your trash, then you should check there. Check your promotions box, check every single box, and if it's not there, you will have to get in contact with Shein because it might mean that you signed up with a different email that you don't actually use anymore, so it had gotten sent back to that email. Either that, or you also never confirmed your email that you use now, so it didn't actually send to you. But yes, please get in contact with Shein if you haven't received your shipping label almost 5 minutes after you put the email in, because it's supposed to come in a millisecond. Someone also asked, Ty, you mentioned that the shipping is free on your first return for any order. I recently just made my first order in Shein. Does that mean that I only get to return one item for free, or does that mean I can return as many items for free as long as it's still in my first order? So no, it doesn't only have to be one item. You can definitely return your entire order if you wanted to, and you'll get the full refund for your entire return if that's the case. I got these little commodity detail papers with SKU, description, size, and quantity. On it says return papers with returns. Do you put them in the Shein bag or just loose in the box? By the way, thank you so much for the video. I would recommend putting them on top of everything once you finish putting your returns into the box, just because when they first open it, that's the first thing they're gonna see, instead of them having to fish for it all the way at the bottom. You don't have to put it in a bag because, again, as I said, they'll just be fishing for it and they probably won't even see it. As you know, the bags that you return things in have little barcodes where they are corresponding to the item. They probably just scan those barcodes, and if they don't see the detail papers, then they might just send them on to someone else and someone else has your detail papers. Is there a way to figure out the original packaging? I don't know which goes in which bag. So my entire video that I had made actually addressed how to do that, how to find the original package for the original things. So if you were paying attention and you go back to that video, then you'll be able to figure that out, because I do in detail say where you can find the numbers that correspond to the barcodes on the bags that the clothes are supposed to be in. Evelyn Copa said, "You really need the bags? I threw it away, but it was my first time, so can I still return it if I email them or something?" I told her she should definitely email Shein and ask, because I personally have never done that. I don't know. From what they say on their website, you cannot, for whatever reason, return anything unless you have those bags. However, Jamila Rosalie said, "I contacted them and was told I could as long as I buy similar bags and find the labels." So I think what that means is you can most definitely return items to Shein even if you don't have the bags that they come in, but you might have to print out like a sticker label or buy sticker labels and then figure out which item corresponds to each bag and fill out the little sticker labels with the number, the SKU number that corresponds to the item, just so that they know what they're looking at, because Shein has a lot of clothes. What address do you use to ship it to them? So if you were to print out the shipping label that Shein actually makes for you, you don't have to put whatever address. I think that's the best choice, honestly. But if you really do need the address, I suggest also just taking a look at that label, printing it out, or looking at it on your computer and then finding the address that it's going to, and then just using the address that's on the paper or the email. Hi love, I was wondering, can I put all my returns in a box, or is there a size/weight limit, and if it exceeds that, you have to put it in another box? As far as I know, there's no weight or size that the box has to not exceed before you send it out to Shein. That's not stated on their website whatsoever, so I think honestly, whatever box you use, as long as it's not like one of those packaging boxes that you use to move your stuff, I think you should be good. Hi, I had a question. Is this the only way to return items for Shein, or can someone come and take your package instead of you going to the post office? Great video, by the way. Thank you. So this isn't the only way you can return items to Shein. However, if you need a postman to come pick up your package, you have to get in contact with the post office. Some post offices might not send someone for that. They might just say, come in and do it yourself. I don't know why they would say that, but for any instance, if they do say that, then you would have to take it in yourself. However, if you get in contact with them and they're like, okay, we'll send a postman tomorrow, once he's there, he'll know to pick it up, then yes, you are all set and they could just take it for you. And I know that because that's what Shein has listed on their website. They say if you want a postman to pick it up for you, you need to yourself call the post office and let them know. What should I do if I already threw away my Shein box? So the reason why this person's asking that is because I reused the Shein box that my stuff came in. I just covered up the labels that were there previously and then put my own shipping label on top of that they had made me print out. So that's why they're asking that. You don't need to use the exact same box I did. There was someone who was also asking, where do I get the brown box? You can go to like Target or Staples or something, somewhere that sells boxes, like small ones, and then you can just go grab one of those and then use that to ship your stuff out. Also, if Shein sent your stuff in a bag, you can definitely reuse that as well. You just have to cover all of the shipping labels and all of the tags that came when you received your order so that there's no confusion. And that actually addresses this question, which says, hi, can I use the same original bag packaging they sent in my order to return some items back? Mine is beaten up and I had to tape it back again since I don't have a simple cardboard box. Yes, you can use the bag. I just, again, recommend that you cover up all of the different stickers that were on it prior to receiving your order. Otherwise, if you put your packaging info on there for your return and then they see, oh, but there's another one that says it's supposed to be sent to her address, they might get confused and it might just get messed up. So I have a question. I made a request to return 3 things, but I don't want to return one of them anymore and just return the other 2. What should I do now? If I return the 2 and not all, will I still get my refund? So you will get your refund, not for the one that you didn't return, obviously, but they will go ahead and look at everything that you said you were going to return. They'll scan everything and see, oh, this person didn't return this item, so we're not going to refund them for that. So you will get your refund even if you only returned a few things apart from what you said that you were going to return. I mean, people change their mind all the time. You're still sending stuff back to them, so it would be very surprising to me if they weren't going to refund you for everything that you returned and then just exclude the thing that you hadn't returned that you said you were going to. So I'm pretty sure that will be fine. There was another one that I saw that I can't actually find for some reason that was asking if they can send back swimsuits, and the answer is no. I know that at a lot of shopping centers you're not allowed to do that, and on their website they also state that bathing suits, jewelry, belts like that, not allowed to be returned. Swimsuits, understandable, because you don't want to risk anyone's hoo-ha having stuff that goes onto your hoo-ha, so it's just better to not return bathing suits for safety reasons and health reasons and hygiene and everything. So no, please don't return swimsuits. And if you are going to buy swimsuits from Shein, I highly recommend going onto YouTube and seeing swimsuit hauls from people who are not sponsored by Shein, so that you can actually get a good look at people who bought Shein's swimsuits with their own money, so that they can give you honest opinions on that stuff before you buy them. Okay, and that's it for today's video. I hope that really helped you out. If you still had questions after watching my previous video, again, if you've watched this all the way through and still haven't figured out how to return items to Shein, I highly recommend going to my other video, checking that out, because I go very in depth on how to do so. And if you have any other questions, please leave them down below. I respond to almost every single one of them if I see them. If you like this video, please give it a like, obviously. If you'd like to see more from me, subscribe, because I post new videos every Monday and Thursday. Obviously, if you clicked on this video, you've purchased things from Shein, so if you like their clothing and you want to see a haul, I've done 3 of them on my channel. I will link them down below, and they will have been linked throughout the course of this video. But that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!